Ayo, welcome to WatchaMania, y'all. It's your WWE Crown Jewel, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Watchalong and live reactions for November 2nd, 2024. I almost said 22nd. We are not that far into the year yet. Time has been flying, not that fast. I need to slow my roll. But how we doing, y'all? Hope your Saturday mornings were good. Hope your Saturday afternoon is starting off well. Happy Saturday indeed, Lone Star. Welcome in, friendo. Hope you doing well. Hope you got some good rest. Everybody's had the coffee or tea if they have it. Things like that and spruce into. I gotta say, looking forward to this show more than some other WWE PLEs for the simple fact that it's not as predictable as one would anticipate. Also, love that they're giving me this shot now. Right. Ayo, Wyatt, how goes it? I'm gonna be shutting down this music now so I can get the show unmuted. I don't know how some streamers get away with WWE stream audio, but I'm not one of them. So, unfortunately, cannot share the audio with y'all, of course. If you want to sync up with us, the easiest ways to do so are either joining the Gorilla Position on the Discord or to, of course, remind me to call out the bells and timestamps and other things like that. So it's easier to sync. I disagree, Romanowski. I absolutely disagree. Based on what we come to learn about him, there's no reason we need him. We got a perfectly good Braun Breaker right here. Michael Cole's got his own theme. He's getting the full entrance ramp. Gunther don't need it. Gunther's already better. Oh, that's the nameplate they're going with? That's nice. Boy, completely missed with the aesthetics this time around. That's all right, though. Yes, it works. This is the countdown one. Look at him tagging up every fan who's got a hand out. He's like, yo, I got fans. He absolutely does. Michael Cole is so excited to help. No, this is wholesome, though. No, seriously. Nobody has been having more fun in the new era of WWE than Michael Cole. That's so catchy. I don't know why it is. Yo, Corey Graves gets his entrance. All right, we got 340, 339, 338, 337, 36, 35 to help sync a little bit more. When I see that timer pop up, I'm going to try and automatically do it. Of course, if it stays up and I haven't done it in a while, call on me to do it. Yeah. Boo. You guys are okay. That guy, boo. The fact that this guy could wrestle right now, if he wanted to. Well, he wants to, but if they had a good thing for him. They teased that thing with Logan Paul. No, you, yeah. Just put it up. Can you give me anything? You guys gonna give me anything? If they're giving him something, we can't hear it over the pre-show panel. His reaction tells me they were giving him something, but I wasn't hearing it. So much steez about it, though. Wake up. Well, yeah, we're 217, 216, 215. Yo, Zachary, how goes it? Looks like everybody's just getting settled in, including the commentators themselves. All this energy. Is that a Michael Cole chant going? Yo, that's dope. Love that for him. A lot of tension. Oh, is Gunther on the Celtic Cork? I gotta check that out. That's a fun series. Can't say these match. I gotta say these match card and making the thumbnail. Everything about making the aesthetics of the stream was rough. Sheamus looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. No, really, he really was kind of just like I don't want to say he's not putting his best foot forward with this, but this is most definitely not the role he wants to be filling right now. Or at the very least, that's what he's convincing me of, you know? So have they specified yet who the three people are? Because I feel like we all know it's going to be Jacob, Tama, and Solo, but it seems a little silly to try and act like there's some air of mystery about it. Okay, that's cheeky. That's fun. What match are y'all looking forward to on this card the most? Because I'm low-key really excited for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, but this match right here, the women's four-way tag, I think has a lot of potential. I'm optimistic as well for Metaphor in particular because we've seen Lash, like over the last year, frequently demonstrate her growth. We haven't seen that for Jakara yet. I want that for her, and I feel like we're going to get that to some degree for the simple fact that they put her on this show. A lot of places are reporting there's going to be Jacob, Tama, and Tonga because Solo might be dealing with injury. Oh, that's rough. Damn. That makes sense, though, especially if you're having OG go over because that seems like you want that to happen for the story, but at the same time, the last time the Bloodline faced off against Roman Reigns won. What kind of adversity is there for him if he's just constantly trying to if he's constantly beating them? You know? Come on. We talked about this year plus of adversity for Cody Rhodes before he finally took the title. Solo's in gear. That tells me maybe, but that could just be to psych us out. My thing is, I thought they would keep Jacob out of the match so he can run antics, most believably, and also not take another loss. No, I don't think so. I think they're opening because the main event's going to be one of the Crown Jewel Championship matches, I'm sure. Probably the men's, just because world champ versus world champ. And also, it's specifically requested by the Prince. By the way, I'll please do drop a thumbs up in case you haven't done so already. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Missed something else. Sorry, went to go click something, it did not work out very well. But yes, please do support the channel. Thumbs up, bell to always on. Those things go a long way for us in helping us get a scene, especially for those looking for these watch-along vibes. I know not everybody does the Saudi shows, so people might be shopping for options, you know. Currently waiting for the father-in-law to email the login for Peacock. No, the gorilla position is there for you in the meantime, my friend. Same would probably get the biggest pop ever if he made the save because of his connection with Saudi. Both connection with Saudi and connection with Bloodline. And plus, it would play off that segment we saw close out Raw on Monday. Why do we need to constantly analyze this championship? He's looking at, is it the real thing? All right, just making sure it was the real thing. The car has a Crown Jewel logo on it. Are we serious? Something else. And Tiffany is here. It's funny. Dude's just like, yeah, you good. Like, for real. Like, and it's constantly happened. Like, the other day, they opened it up and they just, like, panning over it. And then person came over with a little cloth and just, like, polished the side plate and a little bit of the main plate. Not even the whole belt, just a part of it. Just to show that there was nothing you could wipe off of it because it was so shiny. Why are we doing this? Acting like it's, like, some multi-millennial old artifact. Wait a not miss. The Cowboy Bob Orton shirt is sending me. He was wearing the Dusty Rhodes shirts, now he's wearing the Bob Orton shirt. Well, let me scroll this. Hey, Jordan, welcome in. How goes, dude? The KO shirt choices, agreed. He's always been like that, too. He's almost never wearing his shirt. Like, he wears his own shirts to fights a lot of the time, but more often than not, the shirt he's wearing will play into what he's got going on. Yeah, Jordan, how's your weekend going thus far? Hope you've been well. The echoing Seth laughter in the background. I'm dead. I'm gonna have a weekend off. Yo, love that for you, dude. Oh, man. That's gotta be great. Working weekends suck in general. I'm sure you get used to it, but still. Just gonna jump into the curtain if that's chill. 100% dog. Hop on in there. We got you. Move you on over. Save you the network fee. Man, it's gotten quietly more expensive over time. There we go. Only 7 minutes into the show, we've had all our video packages and introductions. We're going to do something. I had a feeling they were doing something big. What's going on? Oh, it's around the... Okay. Ring is kind of cool, yeah? Indeed. Okay, I see you, Jordan. Let me move you over. There we go. Yeah. Indeed it has, George. Started at the top of the hour. The video packages and stuff were just running. Well, here's the thing, Romanowski. It's 7 matches. 7 matches. We could easily be here for 4 hours, I mean. There it goes. Solo's music hit. All the flames. Taking it all. I'm sorry, Solo's theme is so badass. I feel like, because right now he's playing this whole trying to jump the gun, be tribal chief too soon thing. I think when he eventually gets to that point, right proper, you take this theme, make an orchestral version of it. Oh, well, there we go. There's our clarity. Okay, so maybe he is an injury. Finally got it. Yes. Yo, my man's made it just in time. The way they had 7 minutes of intro packages so that way you could still make it to the show on time. Poor Tonga Loa, let him wrestle. Let him make his spots happen properly, and we'll talk. No, but I do gotta say, this new... It's been enough time. I kind of dig this new Bloodline. They have a very unique vibe. They're funny. Both intentionally and unintentionally. Jesse! Hello! Welcome in, friend. How goes? Hope you're doing well. Don't like that about my baby talking. This is the first match of the OG. Technically speaking, yes. Indeed it is, Rich. The Usos... No, Jordan. I'm wondering if we're going to get that tonight. Now that you bring that up, I'm wondering if they're going to all enter on their own. Because last night at SmackDown, Jimmy came out with Roman's music. Still very sick, but we keep it moving. Please, dog, I hope you've still been trying to keep yourself hydrated and taken care of best you can despite rolling with the punches. Praying for Zilla's debut. I wouldn't. He's got something going on right now. Like, I guess he pissed off GCW. I don't know. I feel like I should look into the matter better before talking on it. But yeah, I've just been hearing not good things about Zilla. Yo, Jacob is bumping. Tonga Loa is not. To answer you, George. What are you doing back there? Loa doing like very slow motion lunges? Okay. Trying to stay, but not the... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not like... I was thinking this was more so just like no showing dates and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, you can't... You probably don't want to hire somebody who's shown that they can't show for something they don't think is important enough. The fact that Roman's music hit first tells me that they're all coming out together to his song. Jimmy is coming out to his song with him. Not his... Jay's getting the final entrance. I thought this was an opportunity for them to all get their own individual entrances. I wonder if that's going to matter later on down the line. Jay has to be the center of attention. Well, he is the main event, Jesse. Even if it is the opening match. Also, love that Roman's arm was perfectly placed in the shine of his entrance. We love lower mid-card Jey Uso. Hey, upper mid-card. Come on now. Be fair. No, but for real, though, dude has lost, like, 4 world title opportunities before finally getting the Intercontinental title. Actually, it was his, like, 7th, which kind of blows my mind. I thought it would have been more, but... No, not more. I'm sorry, less. But all the same... The fact that they made him try that much before finally winning a title, and then only held it for 4 weeks, kind of blows my mind. I kind of get that, Stuart. Part of me thinks that she will. I was so upset he got the belt off Braun. Yes, and I get Braun won it right back, but, like, I don't think we needed... I'm not sure that was worth it. All right, upper enhancement talent. Jeez, wild. The split has taught me anything. It's more of a Jimmy guy. Understandable. My thing is I love Jey Uso's intricacies. And the Yeet thing can be fun, but I feel like it's defined his character too much. You see, this is what's... I hope this is a story beat, because it's actually kind of bothering me how Jimmy is just seconding Roman after they just did all this talk about being equals. I'm wondering if that's the case, Wyatt, right? Like, I don't think this rift has been mended. And Jay made as much clear last night on SmackDown when he said, there's still a lot to fix here. But, family first despite all of the damage. But yeah. You could have even had Jimmy's entrance be like less than a minute or something like that. Better than you. Yo, he's up in the crowd? That's why. Story of Raiden is good because I think it skipped a lot of the story beats to get them back to. That's exactly where I'm coming from, Jordan. Is like, I'm hoping that this is kind of, they're almost putting this in place to kind of then bring attention to the beats that they skipped to get here, because because there's folks like you and I being like, there's a lot of work to be done before we can justify getting them back together. But then there's a lot of people who are like, screw all that noise, we're having fun, get them back together now. And it's like, I think you missed the opportunity to tell a great story by just getting by on, fan hype. And that's coming from an AEW fan. So there's that to be said. Probably my favorite moment of SmackDown last night, because with that segment, because there was a lot of parts about that segment I think a lot of people gravitated towards, when Jay's music cut off and the crowd still sung it, and Roman was just like taken aback, looking around at the crowd like, y'all are really here for him. Definitely not. I feel like they sped this up for the Prince. And we'll get a lot more story answers following. Yeah. I think that from now until Survivor Series is when we get a lot of those details, those gritty details we want to see. Except for the Prince. That's right. Listening to some of the interviews earlier tonight and hearing Triple H being like, His Excellency. It is like, it just, I mean, I get it. I'm not like disregarding the cultural respect or anything along those lines. It's more so just weird hearing him say that. I mean, with any storytelling wouldn't even go down badly. When you're hot, you can do no. That's 100% the case, Jordan. You can even look. Yeah, you can look to any product that's had its hot streak, and it's just like you can find those glaring, issues or inconsistencies in there. But, sometimes people will just look past it. Honestly, I can't say as a fan of something I've never done that. Maybe with wrestling, but also with other things where it's just like, but I still like this thing a lot. So what? But this story in particular has some of the most potential any singular story thread in pro wrestling history has had. So you don't want to squander that. Yeah, Roman straight staring down Jay. Yeah, right? Like, this very much feels like the subtleties of it. It feels like Roman isn't truly looking at Jay as an equal, but giving him that, doing what he asks for the sake of getting his assistance. I think it's going to be really telling once Roman gets that Ula Fala back, where this goes. That boy gritting yeah, you saw the... And here's the thing, everybody popped for the yeet last night. I think it was telling how little he said. Because you could be like, that's all that needed to be said. No, I think a lot more could have been said by Roman. But I also think it was kind of set up that way. So the segment more so revolved around how much Jay has risen since the fall of 2020, 4 years ago. You know, when that first match between him and Roman happened. Which I actually forgot about because everyone just remembers the I Quit Hell in a Cell. Roman just saying yeet seemed more like a, alright, fine, for now, right? Like, I'll play along kind of thing. It was just like, bro, really? I feel like you could have been like, if nothing else, just reiterate his own words back to him to clearly to make it clear that that's what you're giving him, you know? Again, time will tell. Oh, he's looking at Jacob. Jacob, like, I don't wanna, but I love you, Solo, so I'll do it. Oh, no, it's not gonna be him? Yeah. It's Rabid Tonga. What do you see in the Usos are gonna... Agreed, Stuart. I think we're gonna see some fun trios, like some, trio teams. Some trio team moves. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Offering a fist bump. Lemus. No, don't do this with Roman. We saw this at Bad Blood. He's gonna deliberate like 8 minutes over who starts. I thought it was gonna be like, you start the match? No, because I can start the match. Oh, but you want to start the match? Are you sure? As I could like, I could start the match and maybe tag you. Oh, you want to start and then you tag me? Okay. Like it was a whole thing. Anyways, the bell rang about 4 seconds ago. My bad. You gotta love to see the representation for them, honestly. Imagine being a Samoan wrestling fan watching this. Sheesh! The way he fell all the way over for that shot to the back. In time, the werewolf will betray. I think so, too. The thing is, this bloodline has seemed so unified. So, when do you start to see those cracks? When does it get to a point where they even start to get upset with Solo and then turn on him? Because you can't just, like... I think it'd be dumb if it's like an accidental super kick is why he turns on Solo with this I love you he's throwing out there every week so intensely. The clasped hands, you know, all of that. It's got to be a lot. I think Solo would really have to start mistreating him, and I think to get to that point, Solo's got to see some level of success. So we finally get G-O-D. Oh, you were doing the acronym, and I was like, what? I was like, versus God himself? Like, what is the illusion that they face Roman? Or because that's also very vain. No, I realize you're talking about Gorillas of Destiny. Yeah, no, it's coming in due time. Would not be surprised if we get it before the end of the year. Let's go. First ever tag between the Usos in over a year. What do you mean they're forgetting to edit their renders? Okay. Wow. I tried writing fantasy books, and what can I bring? Solo needs a reason to stay in control. But who does minions get from fall? Yes, there's that. Like there's so many things to it, right? Roman Reigns justified being a manipulative sociopath by being like, but look at how much I'm giving you and your families. You know, what are they getting from Solo? They got WWE contracts. They got main roster status. They've gotten regular TV time frequently, but I feel like in pro wrestling, you can only be up at that level for so long before you start to want more than that. Especially when what you're supposed to be succeeding, faction-wise, still you have yet to surpass. You know, Solo isn't anywhere near Roman status. God isn't anywhere near Uso status. Jacob Fatu is definitely exceeded what Solo was in the original Bloodline. And you see, that's what I'm wondering. Do we get to a point where Solo gets jealous of Jacob and starts mistreating him? I remember thinking that a while. That thought crossed my head once more. I sending Jacob in. Jacob and Jay standing off. That is the pinnacle of the company. And the Usos had gold, too, by being with it 100%. And it's funny, too, because they had to convince Roman to let them go for those tag titles initially. But ultimately, those tag titles turned into the longest tag title reign in the history of the 60-year company. So that's something to be said. You know, God had tag titles for, what, 6 weeks? And Jacob had to win it for one half of them? That's, you know, that's... It hardly measures, but I think that's also the point to a certain extent. Solo not being as good as Roman is, like, you know, not being as good as he needs to be in the role he's trying to take on. I think there's some element of kayfabe to that. Oh, the way he did it, the smirk from Roman, and now it's just like... They want Roman. He dropped the tag rope. Come on now. You see Roman still caught up on it. Meanwhile, Jimmy's getting mauled out there. Y'all want to do something about that? You're... Oh. I don't think that's... I think that's a graphic to the... I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal, Rhea. Just from the graphic. On what was the entirety of the broadcast. That's a good question, Zachary. Does, like, cancel it out? Like, Samoans are immune to headbutts, but do Samoans override that? I guess we gotta wait and see. You'll be back? Okay, Rhea. No worries. Jimmy is getting the crap beat out of him. Crown Jewel started to still kick. No, it is started, Wrangler. It started at the top of the hour. We're currently in the midst of the first match, which is the 6-man tag between OG Bloodline and New Bloodline. Get that on then. Yeah. Hop on. I do think we need more teases of Same reaction. Agreed, Zachary. We got it on Monday. We did get it on Monday. You know what I'm alluding to, right? Before I sit here and run through the whole thing. Tama slithering into the back like that. Yes, okay. Just making sure. But yeah, I think that's a fun beat to play with. I just hope that with the history of Jay and Sammy, that we can get to the... Got him! From one right-hand man to another. That's how you throw a right hand. This is going to cost the match, I think, because they didn't even want to tag in Roman. I think just looking at him now. That's not a bad shout, George. I think in team wrestling of any sort, the most unified team, more often than not, should come out the winner. Because that's what it should be about. Is I heard Big E on the countdown earlier say, you know, cohesion is a big part of tag team wrestling. I'd argue it is the groundwork. I'd argue it is paramount in tag team wrestling is cohesion. Because, I mean, obviously you can write a story to be told any way you want, but theoretically, in any team-based competition, that's how it goes. Because you need the whole team to play their roles as effectively as possible. When you have two people who don't really know how to, you know, work together, okay. You're going to tag in Roman, or they're just going to do brother versus brother? I think we're gonna get to a desperate hot tag on Roman, and that's when he's gonna run wild. But I think by that point it'll be too late because you could have had him get in here and do more damage sooner. I do apologize. I kind of lost my train of thought prior to jumping into this one. Oh yes, Sami Zayn. I am hoping the history between Sami Zayn and Jey Uso leads to Sami not being doubted too much. Because, yes, they saw him talking to Solo, but should it really be that hard to believe that Sami kind of was just like, nah, screw them? Because that's what that feels like it's going to be. If Sami joins the new Bloodline, I don't know how I feel about that. That's exactly it, Jordan. Is like they're in a position where they almost need to have Jacob and Solo swap roles. But how do you do that while still doing what they're trying to do now? I'm a big, and the thing is, I shouldn't say a big, but I've seen a lot of potential in Solo Sikoa ever since his NXT days. I've wanted to see him. Before this story even ever happened, this time last year, I was talking about how something like this needs to happen where, like, Solo takes the reins. One reason or another. But now seeing him in that role has made me feel differently about it. It just feels like there's more for him to grow into. But time will tell if that is just a part of the act or if it is genuine or not. I think it's a little bit of column A and column B. Personally. Really? That's a take. Oh my god, that's getting over with the crowd. No! The way the first time he did that, everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And now it's memed itself into popularity. It's great. Don't you worry, George. I think it's coming sooner rather than later. The Ulafala, I don't believe it's going to become a factor tonight. I think that's going to be a War Games thing. I'm genuinely shocked at how over Tama is with this crowd. What? Yo, that inside out where he pretty much kicked Oos in the back of the head. It's weird, right? Because I think the ultimate goal is to get over as a babyface, even though you're clearly a heel. Sami was trying to feel on Solo's intentions because Jay said Solo is worse. Ooh, that's a shout, Zach. Babyface, even if... Do you mean anyone specific, Zachary, or are you just saying in general? Are you saying like in the case of Solo, in the case of Jacob, in the case of Tama? Like, they aren't even hitting the boo for Solo. Like, that's bad. I think they need to do some... Even if the story here is for Solo to look like he isn't ready to be Tribal Chief, you should make him be a little bit ready. Okay. There's a headbutt. I'm not sure how much it hurt, though. Are you sure thing you called it, George, and here he is. What? You're not gay. In Tyler's case, but I guess anyone really you want to put in Cody's position. Yeah, fair. I mean, ultimately, I think face or heel, the goal is to like have your performers be invested in. You know, you want people to care one way or another. They care to love, care to hate, even care to disregard. They're caring. And that's shown just by talking, by reacting. So when somebody ain't getting boos during a gay boo, that's telling as to how disinterested people might be. Oh. When people drop to that, it like when they time the drop right, I should say, looks so good. Why are we so zoomed in on him? Oh! Oh my god! I was so close! Jimmy almost didn't make it! Roman wasn't gonna kick! Holy crap! Oh, I thought that was it right then and there. I was like, really? I was like, well, that'll make us care a little, right? It's not a bad shot, because, yeah, Tribal Chief Jacob Fatu doesn't quite feel right. The way it looked like he was measuring up on Roman for a second. Oh? Oh, no. Confirmed, not immune. And now we reset. Ref! I was wondering why Ref was right there. I'm like, dude, watch out. Oh, no. Now this match can break down. Yo! The BME. Bro is still going off. Bro with the tope on both Usos. All right. Jacob Fatu out here just said, here, I'll just win the match for us really quick. What the? Another Samoan spike. Oh, he's trying to get up. And that's that. There it is. Woo. Solo Sikoa joins Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso as the only 3 men to pin Roman Reigns since he became the tribal chief. Y'all know, like, seriously, Jacob just decided, no, we're winning this match now. He mowed everyone down. Oh my gosh, yo, I loved that. I love that rising from the dead. I want my Ulafala, and you can't have it. The mauling. Jay's got to save him now. Because Jimmy's getting mauled. He was right there to fight beside him. 3 spikes, yep. That first one, that explains why Roman wasn't going to kick, because if Jimmy didn't make it, then the result would have still been the same, just not as dramatically. Oh, they're going to shield bomb him. There he is. Oh no, they're gonna get whooped on. That headbutt was rough. Man's getting a lot of headbutts. That being Jay. Oh, they're chanting for Sammy. Tonga, like, do you know where to go? Yes! He is coming! And Solo doesn't look happy. What's he wearing? Stall him up. Stall him up, Sammy, so the others can get back up. Why the ref bump thought we were about to get to. The ref bump was so that way Jacob, as the illegal man, could come in and do things they'd otherwise would have gotten disqualified for. A lot of wrestling is thrown out, but WWE still goes by the rule of the illegal man can't make contact outside of the 5 counts post-tag. Yo! I got so concerned! The way Jacob is just looking at him. Oh. The way Jacob was just like, you really just did that shit right in front of me. Oh! What a sight. The way he just there didn't realize. Oh no! Damn it! That was a hilarious face from Solo. So great. You literally just saw his ass getting beat. Like, I'm sorry, but like it doesn't. It shouldn't get to a point where people are working within kayfabe, you know, like, and then you'll hit me with a move, so they'll really think we're not on the same page, you know? Like, when at that point he could have just attacked you. I don't know. I think Jay gets that because Jay knows he sat there and chose to not attack him. Might canonically be the dumb bitch, the dumb bitch character. My emotions are mixing them. No, agreed, Wyatt. They did very well with it. Wow, what a shot. Sami Zayn in the back on the ramp with Roman sitting in the... Oh, wow. In an alternate reality, that was the ending of Elimination Chamber Montreal. Wow, that was great. Excellent start to the show as well. Whew. Oh, they're showing. Okay, I'm like, MGM, what? That's not Saudi because it's Las Vegas. So happy Sammy is back at the Bloodline story, though. That was exactly. No, Sammy brought it to new heights when it was the stalest it ever was. Agreed, Roman. I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, the way that Bloodline is gonna be part of War Games like that 2 years in a row. Well, not 2 years in a row. That was 2022. See you on 3 to 5 working days for the next match. 100% the case too, because it's like, oh man, no, I show like be ready to be here till 5 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. GMT, because it's gonna be a long show. We got 7 matches, not 5. And this is where we got to run down every match remaining on the card in between each match. One hell of... No, you did not just call the women's match a bathroom break. Don't be that guy. Agreed, Jordan. I want to see that work rate, and honestly, I think we can. Gunther gives everybody some of their best matches. No, we definitely need a mid-card singles championship for the women, but I'm also I'm like in the same thing with AEW's. We got the mid-card women's title over there. Let's get some tag titles over there. That will naturally demand more TV time for the women. Same thing will happen over here. You know, when you all of a sudden you have 3 championships for a division to focus on rather than 2. You're put in the position of having to put more attention on that division or risk those championships becoming less relevant and ultimately forgotten in some instances. Yo, that was the first match, and we're almost an hour into the show. That's a shout. Bring back Evolution for real. Giving a little with that pose. He's just. No, the hands in. Did the socks though. Agreed, Stuart. The way all of those went down. Baron Corbin isn't released, but rather his contract will not be renewed. in about 90 days or something along those lines when it expires. But all the same, like, at least do it like that for Tegan and, well, I guess now Nixon and Indy. You would have been better in that time that they showed us stuff about a match that isn't happening. The match that's happening. Because there's enough beats to the story that have occurred over the last 3-4 weeks on all three brands that justify this match occurring. Oh, really? Yeah. 100%. Get Nixon literally anywhere and everywhere she is willing to work and can get to. I think she can set the wrestling world on fire in a year's time. Yep, Stuart, agreed too. NXT's women's division is so much deeper than it was 2 years ago when they threw the titles out. You literally can throw like any two women together and be like, they're a tag team now. You have NXT level up to get them some reps before they pop up on TV. You know, you like, right? I'm not a lot of names are gonna come to me off the bat because I've only seen them in a couple of matches, but you literally had like 3 women's tag matches last Tuesday. You know, she's got the big lollipop. Oh my gosh, it's like mega sized. I mean, it says, yeah, I figured it was a prop, but still. Yo, Lash's hair is so excellent. You know, all the young girls that are coming up in Seth and Riyadh, the women's scene in the UK scene. Hell yes. Love to see this. Just women's wrestling, more places, thriving. Please and thank you. Yo, that looked kind of chill as fuck. This guy is such a unique individual. Oh, they don't even have Samantha's voice doing it anymore. Yeah, no, metaphor is fun. You saves this from me. Yeah, no, you see, even I'm a big fan of Piper. I want to see more for her. My thing is this tag team should have broken up a long time ago. I think there's so much you can do with Chelsea. I mean, literally, I get PFC's a thing. Why didn't we have Sonya and Chelsea get back together? The complaint department. Or the... But yeah, I want to see Piper in a singles title program. Like, come on, let's bring in, like, the television championship and the national championship for the women on Raw and SmackDown, respectively, and make Piper into the national or whatever, whichever one you want to put it wherever. Whatever names you give them. Personally, I just am starkly against women's United States champion and women's Intercontinental champion. Screw this antithesis. Screw this parallel. Give them their own championships. Oh yeah, Zach. For real. This time 5 years ago, there was not a women's match on the card. Yo, she's bedazzled up to higher. Oh, that's a... Oh, what's a shame, but understandable. Oh, me being starkly against the name. My bad. I just now saw that message. Right. Put Chelsea Green, Ariana Grace, bring back Billy Kay, put them in. That's a fun act. Or bring in both the Iconics. Why not? 4th title defense since we're claiming the tag titles in August. Okay, good for them. I will say that Bianca and Jade being champions has brought a lot of attention to this tag division that it's needed for years. Not just them being champions, but the run they've had as tag team champions. Roy Piper's contract's looking like she's coming up on 6 full years with WWE, and I think there is more chances for elsewhere. Yeah, I agree with that. Like she's consistently used on TV and stuff, but I think she deserves more than this. I think she could be better in a bigger role, wherever that is. And it doesn't seem like they want to give her that bigger role here, you know? Why don't you let me come out to your music? Cool. I had a feeling that's what this was going to be. Only 2 legal women. Bella's rung and waistlock by Bianca. I think Bianca needs some comeuppance on Io. These last... oh my gosh, a jewel is already fallen off. Understandable. This doesn't feel like a gear that's going to stay together. I like Jade ever since AEW, but it could be better if she wasn't using wrestling. Damn, that's not... I don't know how she feels. It does kind of feel like that sometimes. I'll say that. But I do think that she does have a genuine love for pro wrestling. But also, part of the reason why she did go to WWE, she's outright said, is because she wants opportunities outside of wrestling to explore more, and she feels like WWE is going to be better to give her that. Bianca's become master of just grabbing her braid for the sake of that. Yo, perfect base. I like Io's gear. Sneaky edge Tiffy cashing on Nia Jax. Yes, Stuart. I'm something I didn't want to say out loud, but now we're talking about it. I'm anticipating she's gonna come in tonight and she's gonna allude that she's gonna cash in. It's gonna seem like she's gonna cash in on Liv, and it's gonna actually be Nia. She legitimately is fighting them both. Okay. All right, Bianca. We see you. That dunk spine buster. Now going to give her the handspring. Right proper. Let's go. Bianca's so good. I get that Super Belair was getting a little boring to some people, but I honestly just loved seeing her have a hell of a run. AEW's roster have had more outside opportunities in the last. No, that's a great point, Jordan. That's the thing is, like, if she had stuck with... She could have been a part of that bridge for AEW. But, like, you know, she's doing what she's doing, and I totally get it. And, by the way, no worries, Doug. I get... It's a fair take to have. I don't think it's as unfair as some might make it out to be. Then you take her. And Lash said, okay, fine, I will take her. Oh, that was a rough slam. Daphne can't even give her a count. There's no DQ. Why would Jade actually get out? You see, the thing is, in a match like this, where only 2 women can be legal, or even... in general, when there's just tags are a thing in a multi-team match, the illegal members of the team should be going out of their way to get involved because there's nothing to stop them from it. In a regular tag match, you will get disqualified if you do. But not here. What was a shot at you, buddy? No, I get you. No, I get you, Jordan. I appreciate the clarity, though. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying, is that her reasoning for being like, no, I just want to go to WWE. And it's like, no, I think it does just feel like there's probably some truth in her belief, you know? We're not on her side of the business to know that for sure. What was that hug? It looked like she genuinely hugged her there. Flash is like, you know, you're my girl. That's exactly what I was thinking, Wyatt. It was like, well, I think for triple threat matches, they're willing to do that. I think their mindset is keeping track of 3 legal people, doable. 4 legal people, a little too hard for them. I don't know. The refs have earpieces. You can have somebody in the back double checking and like just throwing it to them, like, no, remember Chelsea's legal, kind of thing. Seemingly wants to get better at the backpack face buster I use from 2K. I can appreciate. Yes, the backpack face buster is a good one. Wait, like to see Leah come back. Leah, really? I mean, she never really captivated me personally, but there's nothing wrong with her, you know. I wonder what she's up to right now. Nice with the interceptor spear. I see I'm getting. That's exactly it, Wyatt. You see, I feel like what you should do. So my train of thought always just leads me to multi-woman matches should be. Jackson did. She tried saving from that. She tried grabbing her, like, all right, let me capitalize, and then got bopped. But no, I agree. It makes the match feel more alive. Here's the thing, right? We go from, all right, there's only 2 people legal. Well, it's a multi-person match. There should be a third person legal. And then you go, well, it's a multi-person match. The illegal people can always get involved. Well, if that's the case, why isn't this just a tornado match? So that way we don't have to worry about keeping track of legal people. Like, my train of thought almost always goes to that. And that's what the video games do, is it will always be, you know, tornado rules by default. But it's just one of those things I feel like implementing tags can be done in a creative way and told creative stories with it. But it can get convoluted real fast. Almost cleared her with the blockbuster. Salia returned to the wrestling entity. She seemed like she wanted to get better, but maybe she couldn't in it. Yeah, maybe she needs that. She needs to grow outside of the WWE environment where she can come back into it and fit in and thrive better in it. Let's go. Okay. Alrighty. Right? Like, it just feels like it's so silly. That's why I was like, at the very least, everybody should have their own legal person. Like, I get the idea is part of the match is avoiding being tagged out by another team, but more often than that avalanche crossbody of sorts. No. Appreciate that, Sean. That's very kind of you. Thank you. See, what probably Lash would probably hurt you. Yeah, I know. Lash used to not be the safest worker in, like, 2021. I will absolutely give that. Like, 2021, 2022. She has gotten a lot better, though. She's scared of heights. Aw. You see, part of the reason why I'm okay with them still being a team is because they have a genuinely wholesome connection. More during the match, I think it would work, but it seems to just tag with not much hesitation. Right, I'm saying, like, earlier we saw Jade walking by. Like, why would you go over to that corner for any reason whatsoever? Oh, in a real... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, because Lash does give off those vibes of, like this is... I'm not just a performance artist. I'm a combatant, you know? Yeah, it's just something about Lash that makes me believe that if she were getting into a fight with, like, literally anybody on the street, 9 times out of 10, she'd win the fight. Yo! That leap! Shout out Jakara. I really appreciate it. Jakara's got a long way to go, but she has still come so far. Miss Jackson. What did Graves just say? Oh, no. Oh, well, that's that. Oh, there's Io. Oh, saved by damage control. Lash was trying to make it in there. Wouldn't have made it in time, but yeah. But yeah, no, if they played into the avoiding tagging out thing much more, I'd be a little bit more here for it because I'm all for rules to work around. That's why I love pure rules matches. That's why I love Heritage Cup matches. I just think that you really got to take that stuff into account. Pushed into that spinning back fist. The deadlift to a woman over 6 inches taller than her. Not the legal woman. Oh, okay. Again, no DQ. So you see, the referee can't do anything about the illegal women being involved here. So why isn't this happen more? And mind you, this applies to all companies because a lot of companies do the only 2 people rule. Yo! Oh my god! Just dunked. Fire Thunder! No! Lung blood. Yeesh. Oh no. Oh no! Crushed! Are you alive? Jakara, are you good? Okay. This turned up here in the last minute. Dunk. Yo! No, stop cheering! Why? Oh no, that's not universal. That's hilarious. The way I was just as unaware as Piper for a second there. Oh, are they gonna go for the Doomsday Blockbuster? No, just a Doomsday device. And there it is. Yo. Not who I would have liked to see pinned, but I don't care. I had fun watching that match. It exceeded my expectations. And that's saying something because I was optimistic for it. Specifically them. Shout out to the Meta Girls. Okay? They were the biggest question mark in this match, and they delivered. Again, you can point out where they still need work. I think you could even do that for someone like Io, for example. But point being, they really showed up and showed out. And also, something I want to point out. They said earlier on the countdown, it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit there. Wrestling in those bodysuits in that weather cannot be comfortable. Blaming all the fans. Yep, there we go. And a refreshing thing about the Saudi shows, aside from all the obvious other things, is that the front row of the crowd seems to be interested in the show. Alrighty, y'all. I shall be right back. Uno momento. Alrighty, I return. I don't know if that Shane Britt even got pinned, but hopefully we can finally move forward with the Bianca Jade split. Yes, Wyatt. That's the thing is, I'm ready for that. My concern is they're not going to be ready for it until Royal Rumble. I was low-key expecting them to lose the titles tonight so we can start building towards that. But I feel like they want the split to happen off the back of the title loss, not sometime after. You know, because I think what can happen is they lose the titles and it'd be like, no worries. We got it back before. We'll get it back again. And the journey back to the titles just isn't the same as it was the first time. Well, I guess technically the second time around. Looking forward to this match. From the moment I watched those six tsunamis, I was looking forward to this match. And then I found out it was to write off Seth, and I'm like, damn, it's going to be a little longer to get this match than we thought. But we're here now. What I'm looking forward to is the fact that we get to see Seth Rollins in there with a giant who is as versatile as Bronson Reed. Also, have y'all noticed that Seth's his gear, his gimmicks have been much more subdued since he returned? He's not quite as flamboyant. Yeah, you saw that little gold jacket right there when he's talking right now. It's like the fanciest thing I think I've seen him wear. So, you know what? I shouldn't say that because he's got that sparkly gimmick. And then most recently on Raw, he had the double leather jacket. He unzipped his leather jacket and took it off to reveal an identical leather jacket underneath. It was hilarious. It wasn't actually identical. It was a hoodie jacket and then a collar one. But all the same, the double leather was so silly. I'm gonna lie, when they threw him onto the car there, I'm like, oh, Tsunami on car again? I loved this sight. And then you see in the background the monster rising back to his feet. That popped me. Seeing the trash can eat it at his face. So I don't do watch-alongs for WWE, so I'm usually watching this on my own time here at my desk, probably doing something else. That shit had my undivided attention, and when that trash can got eaten at his face, I popped so loud. Never mind. I'll shut up now. His gear is still dumb, stupid hijinks, and I love it. What are those shoulder pads? What are those? Burn it down. That's your sink. You gotta see Bronson get... Yo, seriously. This match was supposed to happen at Elimination Chamber Perth earlier this year, but Bronson's son was born and Seth was injured. So the stars kind of aligned. According to Bronson, despite the fact that his son was going to be born, he was still going to make the show for the match. But Seth being injured because of his match with Jinder was something that happened. And by the way, I think a lot of people blame Jinder for it. And I also know there's also there's people who delineate. They don't blame Jinder. They blame that match happening on the injury. And that part I agree. But I just think some people cross that line and throw the blame towards Raj Desi for it, and I don't think that's fair. He didn't almost ruin WrestleMania 40. That's a take I've seen. Thought it was just AEW. You like WWE? Oh no, I like wrestling, dude. AEW is probably my favorite promotion because it gives the flavor of wrestling I enjoy most consistently and has a lot of my favorites there. But my pro wrestling fandom was born and raised on WWE. Practically exclusively, because it was what it was most accessible to me. But yes, no, we love AEW around here. MLP is something we're going to try and keep up with as much as they do shows, even if it overwrites AEW sometimes. In a perfect world, I'd love to get into New Japan and Stardom. We watch Ring of Honor, which is just AEW adjacent. But we also want to try and throw TNA in the mix. We want a lot of wrestling around here. Gonna give me a minute? No worries, George. We got you, dog. Yeah, and sorry, I not mean to ramble there. I'm just long-winded. Oh, no, agreed, Brad. Yeah. My whole thing, like I said in the trailer video, we love wrestling. So we're from the tribalism. There's nothing wrong with drawing some comparisons or, having your preferred flavor of wrestling. We're just not about the coming into one space and being like, this thing sucks because this thing's better. That doesn't do anything for anybody, Not saying that's what you're doing, mind you. It's not me coming at you, but yeah. We're good wrestling. Yeah. And I can't act like this promotion doesn't give me... I love Bronson Reed's nameplate coming up with Seth Rollins running up on the screen. But yeah, no. WWE is also the best it's been probably since I became a fan of it in 2007. That's really saying something. Ozilla. I kind of dig that. Oh my god. I was trying to throw him off. Yeah, I was going to say, there has not been a bell. Although, not like I'd call it out on time. That would have been a drop. Holy shit, that stage is high up. Yeah, that was a show. Wish I could fully watch nowadays, except women matches so far. It's a very interesting take. I'm sorry you feel that way, because the women's wrestling has really been killing it. In both WWE and AEW, especially in the last year. Though for years they have. AEW just has not been the best at featuring them. Yo, right into the ring? Drop kick, keeping them out. Come on, we're trying to start the match, Doug. Going for the tope. Got him. And I gotta say, you're missing out on some bangers on Rampage and Collision. Last night's Rampage was probably the best Rampage in a good while. The way they had some through stories throughout the majority of the show, excellent. But that's all I'll say on that, because I don't want to get into spoiler territory. For anybody who hasn't gotten to see it that they want to yet. Although I know, Rampage spoilers, yeah, that's the meme. Caught. For real. Oh! On the fucking chair! That sucked. You know what? Not wrong. Corey Graves is not wrong. Your message ain't appearing in chat, and I don't know. Yeah, whoa. Because you're here. I saw that message, but I don't know what message you're... I'm wondering if there's a blocked word in it or something, which is weird, because I don't imagine use any of the things I've blocked. Yeah, that'll happen. Because it's so easy to... Bell rang. Dang it, I didn't call it. But yes, up to the top. 1 foot. Falling tsunami! No way. No way. This is already happening just like this. Oh, he moved out of the way of the second one. And a stomp! You're like cow pants. No, I so see that. Kick out right at 2. Kicked out of a clean. Wow. Strong lad. The stomp has been nerfed a bit, but the stomp used to be a move where Seth hit it and writhed in pain for 10 to 20 seconds, then covered you and still got the 3 count. When that's normally a spot done to set up a kick out. A protected kick out, No, the cow pants. I so see it. It's fucking with me. No, I agree. Once I started getting into wrestling news stuff around 2012. I'm talking wrestling stuff, sorry. Speaking of very much. I see. You're always going for the pedigree now. Oh! That was so fast. That stump looks great. He dropped into it like a leg drop. Right? He slid off of it, I just noticed the lacerations on. Oh shit! Damn! When did that happen? I'm trying to remember which one what could it have been? Is it slam on the steps? Is it? Steps the stage, the ramp. And he's pulling a ricochet with the pants now over his kickback instead of under. I don't like it. I like it less on him, in fact. Ricochet makes it work, but I think the trunks is the best look for him. So this is Rollins. Honestly, you know what? Let's see how he does in the trunks. 10 some odd years late, 10 plus years later. I'm appearing if sent from my phone and not from my laptop for certain reasons. Either way, I'm hanging in the curtain right now. I got you, Doug. I'm gonna move you back over. My bad. Let me leave you hanging there. So yeah, do throw whatever message you weren't able being sent. Yeah, that's. I'm wondering if you, maybe try rebooting your laptop. But yeah. That. Well, maybe. That's your call. But yeah, that's very weird that it's happening. I think the cow pants accusations are not being helped by the actual, like, light skin colored spots. Like literally match Rollins' skin tone. Really, Wyatt? That's interesting. Yeah, sometimes it'll just be popping in. It was mainly just me saying I was at the curtain. Oh, damn, that's fucked up. That's rough. I'm sitting. So you're sitting here like I'm just trying to get in the show, dog. And the YouTube's like, you're not allowed to let them know you're trying to get in the show. Because, yeah, I minimize Discord so it doesn't lag for both Discord and myself. I mean, there. I was thinking about that, Sensei. I've been wanting to get on some New Japan, but the thing is, I'm not a regular New Japan follower. I'm not a fan of New Japan like I have been of North American wrestling, or just American wrestling. So, like, I don't want to come on here being like, what's half the things going on? This thing seems silly and doesn't make sense, and then someone in the chat be, well, it actually makes perfect sense because this, that, and the other thing, and this is a nod to that. I was like, damn, Dev just ain't want me a nod, dog. You were straight up, dude. I've even been trying to think about like how, and like you're a member for the channel, so like we're not like I don't even enforce the go position thing as much for members because like y'all are actively supporting the channel. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know, lord over you as much. It's mainly just for people who just try to park it and watch the show without you know interacting it, and having a vibe. You don't like the person who comes to the party and just sits in the corner by themselves. Maybe bobbing their head to the music a little. Like, no, enjoy the festivities. YouTube on the WWE payroll. See, this is the shot I always try to do in GM mode, but I'm too eager and the controls are too sensitive, so I'm just flying around the ring like a drone on caffeine. Still not dropped. Rollins is doing everything he can to take him down. Oh, he's taking too long to get up there. I will be doing a Wrestle Dynasty watch along for it. I'll be doing both Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty because they'll be back to back and AEW adjacent. Yeah, the shots to the jaw. Come on. Shove him, maybe. There you go. Oh, one. Yeah, that's rough, Sensei. I totally get that. If you're able to do like windowed version on your phone, some users, mainly one of our mods, Rhea, will window it YouTube and Discord. But if your phone can't handle that, or it's like it doesn't spread the sound universally, then it can be problematic. I get it. I get you there. Collision's still gonna be on a little bit earlier for you. Yeah, Jordan. Tonight, actually, tonight 6 p.m. Well, 6 a.m. Well, I should say tomorrow morning for you, 6 a.m. is when our time change will happen. So Collision is going to be on for you at midnight instead of 1 a.m. Yeah, trust me, I've been sitting here like, when is time change happening, dog? I'm just like ready. It's fucked with me this last week because it's now, yeah, like you said, it's a 4-hour gap instead of a 5-hour gap between us. And I consume like UK content such as Wrestle Talk and such, so that throws off their scheduling a bit, one way or the other, depending on which audience they try to accommodate on any given semi-year. Nothing off the DVD. Cool window, but one video stops when I play the other. Oh, that's rough. Don't ask me. It's 12 p.m. where you are. Oh, okay. You're in Mountain Time like X. Oh, 12 a.m. Yo, okay. You're 10 hours ahead? You're like it's like that's past them because they started. I think that's the same time zone as my. Yeah, okay. I'm getting lost in time zone math. I was gonna say India too. Damn, I wasn't sure though. I'm like, no, because it could end up being Russia. It could be. There are several countries that fall into that time zone. Because you're specifically 9.5 hours ahead of me. And we all know how this works. And then did it. Oh, this ain't looking. Yeah, exactly it. He kind of just called for his own demise there. Oh, smart. Oh, but it's right over to the other corner, dog. Now I know this is going. For WWE, I see. Yeah, no, I used to be on Twitch. I actually moved to YouTube in January 2023 because it was just easier for watch-alongs with the automatic VOD playback for the sake of people being able to sync up between the watch-along and the show easier. That being said, I've thought about investing in multicasting so I can stream on Twitch and maybe even TikTok. But to stream on TikTok, I'd have to get a bigger following on there, and I don't think that's something I can achieve right now. I just don't have the time to edit together TikToks out of the way. Oi! He was about to throw out this match with those steps and instead just kind of ate some instead. Yo, stomp on the steps! Incidental contact, not foreign object usage. Is already moving. He is already moving. At 6. Another stomp. Oh, he's going for the super stomp. He got him with the win. Wow, I really thought this was going to be a Bronson win. Yo, he's busted off the stomp on the steps. Well, the thing with that, Wrestling Sensei, is the issue with that is that takes a lot of bandwidth to do two streams separately at once. Another issue with that is I can't broadcast the audio playing along on one stream and not the other because they'd both be sourced from my Streamlabs. So the audio would be captured on both, and then YouTube would get flagged. And also, they just don't have much of. If there's more people who bring up Twitch, a Twitch watch along in the community, then I'll probably prioritize it more. But as it stands now, you're the first to really like push for it. It's a thought that's crossed my mind for the sake of bigger reach, but like Twitch, I was just not growing on. I was streaming on Twitch for over 2 years, doing weekly watch alongs on Dynamite, and barely had 200 followers. And I moved over to YouTube in the top of 2023, and as you see, the platform's bigger than that. Rollins never has a bad match. That's the thing, is like he's like 3.5 stars is a minimum for him. Bronson should have won this though. No, that's what I was thinking. Why, especially after the angle on Monday, it felt like they were setting it up so that way Bronson would get the win justifiably. I'm not done with you. Wow, no, that's a legit bust on the side of his head. Oh, 100% Romnowski. No doubt. You look to their WrestleMania 32 match, and that was a big call to that. Agreed, Wyatt. That's just it. Like this isn't like irreparable damage, you know, but it feels like you could have gotten where you're going more efficiently. You know, I understand taking time to tell a story isn't a bad thing. Sometimes you don't need to do that. Not America. Yeah, not really. Like, it's a lot of people stream on YouTube is the thing. Because, yeah, it's like, it's allowed for more reach for me. In the watch-along space, it's also another thing is, like, what I learned mainly is, on YouTube, it's you're more capable of building a community and an audience. And on Twitch, it's better if you already have it. No, yeah, absolutely. Reed looked like a monster with how much it took to beat him. But also that concerns me because, like, does that just mean that a lot of his matches aren't going to result in him winning, but rather just losing because people stored a few extra finishers going in? Oh, how'd that one end? Oh, no worries. Seth was down on the outside, and Bronson picked up the steps, went walking over his head. Seth took out his knee, dropped in, bonked his head on it. When the steps fell flat, stomped him on it, did Rollins. Rollins got in the ring. Well, Reed got in at a 6 count, despite it busting him open. Took another stomp, started getting back up. Took another stomp, and then Rollins got up on the top rope, hit a super stomp for the win. Yeah, I got it. Twitch specific for streamers though. Some more. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. She's putting herself over way too much in this run. Which, yeah, good heel work, but also like, oh my gosh, come on now. Greatest of all time. The way she's gonna out here saying she's gonna beat Nia just like that. That's fair, Zachary. I'm not gonna lie. With how the match started, I thought it was gonna end right then and there, and I kind of would have been here for that. He went, hit the tsunami right at the start, got up. I thought he was gonna hit his second tsunami, pin him, and then afterwards try and hit more, and it would have gone in Seth's favor after that. Well, two things. One, we want to try and stay focused on whichever watch along we're doing at the time. So this conversation would be better on the AEW stream later on tonight. Two, there is absolutely not a higher power at this point. There was this talk of a person being behind BCC's actions, but Mox has made it clear that he is the head honcho running in charge. As for getting repetitive and stale, I don't think that many people feel that way. People were starting to feel that way going into into Grand Slam earlier this year against Darby, and to a certain degree up to Wrestle Dream. But the angle that he's pulled since then, I've seen has really reinvigorated a lot of interest in AEW fans in a Moxley World title run and in the story revolving around it in general. So I don't know about it getting repetitive, because this is also the most unique we've seen out of Mox yet since AEW began. But with that being said, yeah, we do want to try and stay focused on the WWE watch along during the WWE shows during the WWE watch along. You see a tag team joining Mox, I get that. But precious stones. Okay. No, I get that. Since I mean, I hear where you're coming from with that. It's just I'm not going. We have a lot of established rules here. It's just for the sake of keeping streamlined and keeping the majority of people's interest maintained and stuff like that. So I can't just make exceptions just for the sake of like, oh well, so on and so forth. You get where I come from here. I'm not just gonna then have all the AEW conversations you want to have just because you can't make it to the AEW shows. We also have the Discord. You can join the Discord, and those conversations can happen anytime on that platform. No heat, I get it, mate. Appreciate you. Appreciate you understanding. I have had some folks come into the chat at times be not so understanding. Her own belt looks so small in her hands. I feel like they could stand to size it up a bit. I get it might look big on some of the other ladies, but that's okay. Do you think so? I don't know. I'm looking forward to this one more. I just don't want to see Dominic get overly involved. This is a heel versus heel match, and I love seeing that specifically in WWE because they don't do that. At least not until recently. Has not lost a one-on-one match since March. Funny enough, though, wasn't that one-on-one match against Nia? She also beat Nia in their last outing, but that's because they had like 2 matches around that time, if I'm not mistaken. That was so... That was a gruesome sight. And it was very... And, like, what's so damning about it, right, is that's Rhea Ripley. I saw one person say they made Rhea Bloody Ripley into Bloody Rhea Ripley, and I was like, wordplay. But also, wild. Because... Again, like, that people were, like, concerned about that visual on social media. They're like, is this allowed to be shown? This looks a little intense. Right, Wyatt? Like, that's part of it's like, it looks so real. Like, if you've ever seen either in real life or a depiction of, hopefully not the former, an actual beatdown like that's insinuated, that's a very violent thing. Like... If this wasn't WWE, Liv and Raquel could catch an attempted murder charge. That's part of the intrigue to me as well, Roman, but I don't think I need the cash in. I can understand why people probably don't like this match though, because, you know, Nia isn't the most likable personality, and Liv, you know, isn't like, you know, top 10 in-ring workers in the company or something, but I think the characters and the improvement that both have displayed in the last couple of years is going to really make this match. Oh my god. Rhea earlier was like, it's so small, but like, yeah, in comparison to the other Crown Jewel title, but it's still ridiculously big. It's so obnoxious. And look at these CGI effects. They are walking along the Northern Lights-esque aura that is carrying the projection of the championship. It's so over the top. I can't help but be humored by it. I'm sorry. It's so good. They're giving it so much screen time, too. That looked so ridiculous, didn't it? Just who's winning, Nia or Liv? I'm thinking Liv's getting the win. She got flattened by Nia after everything last night. I think she's gonna find some way to make a victory happen, even if it's not exactly because she's the better wrestler. You see, yeah, Zachary, I can't make out if they've officially made that clarification or not, because they called Seth Rollins the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion, the first World Heavyweight Champion of this era, stuff like that. But then they've also insinuated that it's tied to the previous title's lineage, which I do think it should be, because that makes the title automatically so much more important. But they also shouldn't have put this big stank around Seth Rollins being the first champion, if that's the case. But yes, that if it is indeed attached to the previous title's lineage, that's so epic. Because now Damian Priest has held the same title as Batista, as Edge, Orton, Undertaker. Yo, was scared of taking that knee, did not get anywhere near working the leg. Did she just... Was that Liv? She is. Just the cutoff immediate from... She is. Pop up, Samoan drop. Oof. This is a menace. Been killing for 12 years, being the menace. Not wrong, but also, I do think he could have stood to take a loss tonight. Welcome in, Hex. How goes it? In between my things to do today. Nice. Oh. What's for women to get drafted from Raw SmackDown because they can go for. Right, Zachary. That was such a. Yeah, it was early from SmackDown to Raw, rather. Oh, yeah, to Raw from SmackDown. Yes, you got it. Yeah. You were right. My bad. But no, yeah, and then likewise for cruiserweights to be drafted to SmackDown, it was a weird time. It was like, because the way it was like their tertiary singles division, they saw as like the special attraction division, you know, the gimmick division, if you will. And one of the gimmicks they thought was women at the time, and it's like the way that women were such a one-dimensional corner of the card aspect of pro wrestling for so long, it has now become half of the card, half of the locker room, half the main event stars. Well, I say half, but it does feel like a lot of times the big companies fall behind on that. Yep, I was thinking that earlier. It's like, you know, kudos to Liv. She's out here. She is like a fraction of Nia's size, and she is bringing the fight. She's taking the blows. Oh my gosh, the sunset flip power bomb. All right. Here we go. A little early. It was just a power bomb. With the pink boots is great. Nothing! She says it. She's like, yes, I'm cashing in. Nothing! I just want to cash it in on Liv. Not supposed to be here. Did Tiffany miss her cue? I'm sorry, I got Tiffany cash in tonight, that which honestly would be wild. The first cash in it is. It's funny you say that, Hex, because she literally, her music hit like right when you said that. Damn it, Tiffany, do the thing even after the match. Pop up again? Oh, no! Oh, that was rough. It was supposed to be a crucifix bomb, but she just fully took another Samoan drop. That hurt. Yeah, Tiffany. Tiffany, you can't be serious. What are we doing here? Let's see if we try Ray would be proud, I think. That looked nasty, right? Liv Morgan, you know, she's tough. Like, that's the thing is, I think back to her match with Rousey. Oh, there's Raquel to stop her. What happened in the match? So here's how I think it would go down. If she were to cash in right now on the match, say Liv Morgan's title, this match is going to become for both the Women's World title and the Crown Jewel Championship, but not for Nia's title. Likewise, if she were to cash in on Nia's title. All of them. Liv Darby levels of bouncy shell. She should be fine. No, for real, no. I think, like I was saying, I think back to her match with Rousey at Extreme Rules 2022, and she was literally they were literally slugging each other with a bat. Multiple times, shoot shots. It was ridiculous. Liv Morgan has no problem taking a bump or a million. Wow, that is kind of some Dominic Ash. And there it is. It's all falling apart. Oh? And there it is. Dominic doing Dominic things. Judgment Day doing Judgment Day things. Yo, Liv's getting lost in the emotion right now. I don't blame her. Because she just did the heel thing, but, like, she also just made some big history. Fair. I never say a match sucked, but the match was not the best. It feels like it was cold. It struggled to get started. I don't know. I don't think it was a bad match. Judgment Day not looking foolish for once, right? Judgment Day got back to doing their thing. On the top of her head, too. We're getting replays right now, Hex. No, I think we're back in the ring now, yeah. Triple H is here to award this polished, sacred championship. I guess not, because Nia's not in the ring. Yeah, they're doing the whole ceremony and stuff. Right? Well, make that 3, yeah. The Liv's gear, yeah, the Judgment Day logo in the center. When it was far away making her entrance, I was like, is that a graphic of her championship on her gear? I still remember Liv Morgan 8 years ago in NXT. Just the random Jersey girl who was losing matches to the talent they were trying to heat up. You're not wrong, technically, but the thing is about that, then you lose the element of surprise, because then what you have to do is, like, already get a referee out to the ring, go inform Nia she has to come out to the ring to defend her title immediately, or she'll lose it. The belt is so big. It's so obnoxiously big. It does have to be in ring. It does have to be it's a contract for a standard one-on-one match. It's not like a 24/7 rules, kind of hardcore rules thing where you can just cash in backstage and then, because then what if you don't beat them? Now all of a sudden you're having a match in the backstage. What are the rules? Yeah, no, it's a cash in and then it's always a standard match for the cash in. They finally... No, that's not the actual fist. It's just a replica. Oh, they're doing another break? Then I'm gonna be right back. I can't. I thought they were gonna get right into the next match. I'm like, okay, no, I'm here for this. And that's what I get for thinking creatively. My bad, dog. Bring the SmackDown fist. But seriously, it is not a bad thing. Like, you would now more than ever could transfer it from place to place easier. I just don't get it. But yes. Uno momento. And I was back. Makes it sound so personal. You did this to us. Wait, what? Loki wanted unsettling differences, but I know it'll never happen. At least not in this company. He's really coming out in the Cowboy Bob Orton shirt. What's that about, dude? You know what's happening if you traded. He cashed. Mm-hmm. The career premium. Wow. Okay. Okay, Peacock. Wow, this got real blurry. Come on, stabilize, would you? Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. But that's not how that works. The contract is for a standard one-on-one match. And it'd have to happen in the ring. Otherwise, then what is it? It's a backstage brawl match. It's a parking lot brawl match. It's a, that's this. It's not like a hardcore. It's not a hardcore championship, 24/7 championship kind of thing. Not in that specific word. That's hyperbolic when they say that. They are not. That's not what the contract says verbatim. They did 16 or however many years ago when Money in the Bank became a thing. And then after that, it kind of just becomes clear. It's like for a wrestling championship, it should be contested for in a wrestling match. The kerfuffle is already about them running in or like cashing in after a beat down or something like that. Wow, they're full on singing. Oh my gosh, can this please not be so blurry? I don't get why it's so blurry. I'm gonna do this really quickly, y'all. I'm gonna close it out and then reopen it. Oh, it's still okay. Okay, there we go. Much better. It was so blurry. It was so blurry on my end. It looked like Orton had a yellow mustache. Another thing is the girlies turn. Thing backstage would feel. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a world title changing hands on like right next to a crate backstage doesn't feel as good as like in front of a crowd, So I almost feel like you would want to avoid that being a logical approach. More lax on the women because. Yeah, no, I don't know. I try not to keep up with that too much because I have my opinions about it, but it's a very cultural thing, so I feel like it's not my place to speak on it without coming off disrespectful in some way. I just don't like, yeah. So, just. Because, yeah, I don't know how it works. It's like, it does seem like they're getting more lax and stuff like that. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know. No, the idea is for a championship match. But the thing was, for years, why would you even consider the possibility of cashing in on someone else? The idea is you could have always done that. Edge could have cashed in on the Intercontinental Champion the next night on Raw in 2005 if he wanted to. But if it's a free championship match, why would you not have it be for the championship you theoretically couldn't have ever competed for? But the idea is that Austin Theory, in kayfabe, was so dumb that he thought that was a good idea. Especially within the context of that cash-in. That he was cashing in after a match that was born out of a call-out. An open challenge that he could have accepted. Randy is more over than he's ever been. Yeah, still waiting for the truth to win it next year and cash it out. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, this is happening. Was right. That's no. Well, they did. Well, that is kind of how WWE has treated the fans for a very long time. It's like, oh, they're dumb. We'll make them believe what they want. We'll tell them what they like. Things like that. And sometimes it works because they just know how to like lure us into being like, oh, this is a good idea. Or this is how this works. When they never actually clarified. And then they could be like, haha, see? You thought. Back when wrestling bookers were just trying to have a gotcha over their fan base. That table did not give at all. Ooh. Fans will believe anything. It's good shit, pal. Exactly. You know where I'm going with that. Oh, so the champion just rolls out of the ring after the bug. Yes, I want to see like, especially if you're cashing in on a chicken shit heel champion, have that champion try to throw that match as quick as possible. Match starts, dick kick. Like 100% immediately throw the match out. The fans will hate it. It will be a waste. You know they'll book a rematch off of it. There's a bigger story to tell off of that. You got to make sure it's the right decision. But yes, theoretically, like, why has that not happened? Questioning if KO's a heel now. Right? I'm pretty sure KO has made it clear. He is unhinged once more. The match hasn't even started. Oh my god! That Red fucking sold that stunner! Oh, that was awesome! Awesome. This story can be set for you. Not chicken. Oh, you know what? Fair. Yeah, like a non-chicken. Yeah, it could be like more of a strategic heel. I could see like a. Funny enough, like a Liv Morgan pulling that. Or like a Grayson Waller. Well, Grayson Waller's kind of chicken shit. He can be on any given night. Oh, that sucked. I hope Jamie's okay. He's just misunderstood with terrible friends, right? Man, they're all beating everybody up. Oh, let's go. Makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. Both GMs. Why is that? Adam Pearce, you have nothing to gain in this. Damn, but if that wasn't satisfying to see, run your show better. Oh, shit. Something tells me this match isn't happening. Well, Adam needs a drink. right. Just... He was only down there so Nick Aldis didn't have to get RKO'd. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see where this is going. I love the referee being like, you proved your point. Oh, yep. That's what I thought. My man's gonna go for the big dive. The big dive. Oh, that sucked. Agreed, Zach. This is just going nuts here. I had a feeling one of these matches was going to have something about it that made it be really short / not there. I thought the Seth Bronson match was going to get taken off the card because of the spots on Monday, or that it was going to be a very quick match. And it turns out it was this match that was the one that ended up not really happening. Right? Unless somebody predicted nobody other, then yeah, I think this just isn't happening. Hope nobody full geared this match. Oh, that's rough. To be fair, it never happened. Oh, can't wait for the next KO Sabian's interaction, especially if Sabian decides to continue. Oh, ooh. That's a fun shot. Why? Because surely Sammy's going to come to SmackDown at some point to discuss Bloodline business. First off, I just want to see that conversation with Roman. But yeah, how is KO going to feel about it? Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's not fair to be like, well, you didn't predict a match wouldn't start, so you lose points for it. That's the best match of the night. Wild. Oh. Huh. That's rough. I just saw a message. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Yeah, so I'm thinking YouTube is having a bit of a bug right now because Jordan's not the only one who's experiencing that little chat bug where their messages aren't coming through. In front of the channel, Lone Star Friend is also experiencing that. It seems at least one other person as well, so I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, I just realized that he's got his logo all over the title strap. What? That's a new addition. So yeah, my only thought for that is like maybe resetting a browser, I hate to say it, resetting your device in that case, or jumping on a different device. The full gold. Honestly, would love to see Carmelo win here, but I don't think it's this time. I think LA is gonna walk in and out as champ. It was funny because betting odds favored this guy up until a few days ago. I like his new Titantron thing. I don't know what it's. Is it referencing the 100 souls thing? Oh shit, I just saw it reach out into the next screen. That was wild. Yes, I am literally just paying attention to his Titantron. Nips the whole time, so I get it. I appreciate your honesty, my friend. This is they are rather distracting. At this point, I gotta take Ray's name out when Wyatt's hitting himself with it. Whoa, that pop! Oh my goodness, the way they just like broke the sound barrier. Just when I thought I was having a good day, Carver, I had to check. No, I hope all is well, friend. Wow, 91 days and has already had 4 title defenses? That's awesome. Oh no. And the way that Carmelo is trying to pitch to LA Knight, hey, we should team up on him. Carmelo is so fun. Yeah, I'm winning this shit. I do kind of like his custom design where it's just this little LA spotted across the title strap. He's like, is this game 8? He's like, I guess they're having game 8. Sure he would. Good thing he's not here. Not really a fan of his title design, but LA on the strap does make it look better. I hear that. As for me, I don't know. I think I kind of, out of the WWE United States, I like it better than the previous version. And I think that's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people seem to romanticize that version of the WWE title that was implemented in 2003 up until 2021 or, yeah, 2021. I do think they could stand to change the color palette on it a bit. But ultimately, I go back to WCW for, like, quality U.S. title design. Less about the U.S., more about the championship. That's what I want the design to be. To reflect, I should say. For that reason, let Melo bring the spitter belt back. Yo, that's a shout! He'd be the perfect person to bring it back, actually. Mans is getting dribbled on the desk. The U.S. title was essentially the U.S. title. I'm about to ruin it for you in case you didn't already know this. Some people already know this. The WCW U.S. title and the WWF Intercontinental title have the same silhouette. I said what I said. Oh, made him do the senton. Nice. Beautiful DDT. Yo. Got him. Did you fight me? That's not even the same topic. Fight me about it? This is most Twitter wrestling fans. Yeah, I need to get off that platform. I need to run over to Threads and Blue Sky. So expect that in the coming weeks. Hopefully y'all migrate over there with me. If you haven't already. He fully ate that apron. The way the camera didn't follow him almost made it look worse. And it was just a hard cam, but still. Oh, he said, I'll get you later. I dig it. Misdirection was nice. My scoffing ready to lock in. Fucking hell yeah. Oh, just countered the BFT. Very smooth. Missed the pump kick. Oh, missed for a pump knee, rather. I think that's what he does. Again, going for the BFT. Threw him into that back elbow. So clean. Oh. Oh, I was going to say, careful. Don't. Look at this cocky motherfucker. Oh, yeah, right here some time for was. I'm thinking is going to be a sleeper banger. This is. You know, I say that. I feel like that's what a lot of people would expect out of this match. But I think they're going to exceed expectations, especially because of the spot they're putting on the card right now. Tornado DDT. Oh! That was concerning. For a second, I thought he was about to hit a destroyer to him on the. That would have been gruesome. Oh, he about to hit it. That psych out moonsault. Oh! Oh! Ooh, is LA okay? That looked like knee on head. Could have just been optical illusion there with the camera angle, but that looked bad. Stop him out. Oh. Oh shit! Moonsault slam. I'm not sure what Hayes was thinking about. Based on the positioning, I want to imagine Carmelo Hayes was thinking about an avalanche poison Rana, like a top rope poison Rana, you know. But never know. Yo, the double elbow drop clean. No, that's a good shout. At first, I was like, this cocky prick, but the fact that everybody's trying to do it, it's like, okay, this really is just an ego triple threat, and in a way, I can get with that. Bro's holding on to that rope. I would not try to stand on that rope while he's holding on to it. Oh! That sucked. That was so funny. Yo! Nothing but net! Oh, got it. Just saved it. I'm sorry. Hitting a horsey on yourself is hilarious. The man's fellow is a noose. Oh, that was so great. I hope he's all right. Obviously, he was to some extent. He was able to get up. Charlotte comes out. She's winning the Crown Jewel belt. 100%. Like, you know, like Liv's match already happened, but somehow winning the Crown Jewel belt. It's just her thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to move on, but that was so funny. Ah, bumped off the corner. Oh, yo! That was actually really sick. That was, yeah, that was like I don't think there's a better way to end it. That was so perfect. Oh, yeah, she'll cash in her Charlotte in the bank and become world champion again. WatchaMania exclusive confirmation. Reported here first by WatchMania. It really was. That was so perfect because I knew exactly what move Carmelo was going for. But to just catch him in mid-rotation, hit his own finish, chef's kiss. Tiffany beats her mid. She was trying to. I don't know if I want that. I almost want Charlie to keep that when G one day after a full career goes into retirement. So she does. So nobody else has this aura of just walking in and becoming world champion when they feel like it, kind of thing. Pass it to Maxine. Ah, yes, I can only imagine a world. 14-time world champion Maxine Dupree. That Flair's title glitch is a hell of an exploit. Right? It really is. It's like if you wear the Flair robe walking into the GM's office, you will be granted a title shot within a week. The upside down thing's kind of fucking with me. Did you hear Mike tried to... It had me fucking... I didn't, did he? That's actually hilarious. I should go back and listen to it after the stream. That's funny. Oh, that's fucking tight. Okay, I'm gonna have to take another break, y'all. I need to go feed the cats. Sorry. Alrighty, back. Sorry about that. Normally I feed the cats at 7 a.m., 3 p.m., and 11 p.m. And it's 20 till 4. And that explains why they were kind of all over me when I was coming back in from my break earlier. I need to get that mic from doing Chelsea Green announcement. That's so hilarious. I feel so cringe. Oh no. That's rough. I was hoping it was going to be like. It was going to be funny in a good way. I noticed during Chelsea's entrance, they took out Samantha's announcement of her name, and it's just Chelsea Green doing it. I hate that they're not specifying it as the Men's Crown Jewel Championship in graphics. They'll say it out loud when talking about it, but it's so it's bothersome. There, okay, there they go. Never mind. I'll eat my words. For her no, for the start of her theme, not like her own entrance, like her announcement. It wasn't? Sounded a lot like her. Okay. Also 91 Days as champion. That's right. Him and LA Knight won the title on the same night. Title is so big. It's so ridiculously big. Wait. What was that crowd noise? You heard? Oh, that's the fog that came down. I was like, what? Wow. Ooh. We were masking the day Layton can't hurt you. He's not real, Mike Rome. I love that. We've everyone who knows who Dan Layton is like, yep, that. Wyatt said the same thing the other night with his costume. I think it was Halloween Havoc. I built my kingdom. Will they be quins yet? I'm pretty sure someone's told him that by now, too. Can't wait for his return to Wrestle Talk for Crown Jewel reviews. Oh shit, he's coming back? Yes! I knew he was going to be back eventually, but I didn't think it was going to be that soon. Awesome. That'll be a nice listen to tomorrow at the gym. Well, at least for cardio. That's what I was getting. But no, Dan Lee really is great. People will be like, oh, he talks too much. Are you able to this, that? Are you too sensitive? I don't give a fuck. Those are all good things. I'm going to go to England and just prowess Reese. Oh, Mike Rome, it's him. He's just, oh, God. I love when Mike Roman was announcing, he looks like he's smiling. Agreed. Yeah, imagine he probably can't come back. Yeah, because he did say imply he was going back to school, correct? Yeah. No, it's Samantha moving on. And take the suit. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, we got a ref cam. Gonna have ref cam this match. The gold plating down the strap is just too much. Call it kickoff. Now we have to complete the Crown Jewel Championship ritual of the sky astral projection of the championship belts. I can't. I'm sorry. There's been a lot of unintentionally funny things on this show, and I'm here for it. It's been fun. It really is, though. The belt is just like that's like New South Heavyweight Championship sized. It's so obnoxious. Can't tell if he told him to hit the ropes or just went at the crowd there. I wonder if that was good. They're being like, give these people what they want so we can move on with the match. Gunther's like, come on, for fuck's sake. Adjusting your strings, dog. It's not that it won't ever be seen again. I think it's going to be seen at this event next year, but all the same, it's going to be just for this night, and then it's going to, like, not be talked about again. But if I remove myself from that championship being a part of it, I can still be like, okay, this is going to be a fun match. I do kind of wish that it was under better circumstances, a story that is more personal to them rather than this thing we happen to be doing. Who won the triple threat? I missed the. Oh, that's rough with the guy. They get the rings to bring home. Oh, truth. The triple threat match. It was got down to Carmelo and Andrade in the ring. Carmelo went for his double spin around where he like lands them in a facebuster, almost Fujiwara armbar style. But just as he's coming around on the final rotation, LA Knight slid in and hooked his head for the BFT and smashed them both, pinned Carmelo for the win. Sick ending. Snap mirror immediately to his feet. An arm drag, let's go. He will. Because I think you can resonate with the personal growth being recognized. Why am I like this? He's just about underneath the rope. Nope, never mind. He doesn't want to be. I wonder if the crowd is actually getting to Gunther right now. Which feels weird, because he's worked in front of a lot of indie crowds that I imagine have been ruckus. Right. I suppose I get that take. I mean, I personally would not throw the word mediocre on it. It was a lot of fun watching. It was not like a Daniel style Samoa Joe kind of thing, or Ospreay Ricochet Takeshita, but I don't think any. I don't want to look at things like from that perspective too much. I don't know. That's a tough angle. I was still able to get out of it though. All right. Oh, and then right there into the sweeper. Good. Sure enough. Yeah. Because he did get slept. He lost the tag match, but Gunther slept Cody afterwards. What was that from Gunther? What, the Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio match? Eh. Especially the results. No, because it was like off of Brass Knuckles being left behind. Yeah, no, the whole story that involved in that match. I don't know. This one was more so just like work rate. It was three dudes trying to out wrestle each other. It was egos jockeying for position, and I can kind of dig that for the three characters that were involved. Plus, I'm not about Logan Paul. Just not a good person. Oh, you gonna go for a dive? Something tells me you're getting caught. It looks like he's a little scraped up. Oh, man's already in the ring. Okay, so Gunther, I think, is making a mistake by trying to go for this sleeper too soon. Caught indeed. Nice. Just a little later than I thought. Good old chop. Lay a few more of those in. In case you can't tell, I'm hoping for a Gunther win. Scoop a slam on the outside. Little plate in his hand. Till after that was fun though, right? Like that was the whole thing. Just like that story was so. It just felt like they wanted to put the belt on Logan, but didn't want to have him beat Ray clean. And that story was already going on for a little while. The LWO breakup, well, not breakup, but Santos betrayal specifically. I was going for his own scoop slam, but the one on the outside, that was rough. I dig it. And then targeting the lower back, why not? And because that's only going to attribute the power bomb. Ref cam. No, the Orton versus Owens, I really did like that. I was looking forward to that match, but I can appreciate that match happening at a later time because of this segment. That really ramped it up. Like the intensity of this feud. The RKO on Adam Pearce was so cathartic. What's he doing? Yeah, I wasn't in the camera shot, so I don't know exactly what he was doing. Yep. Nope, splashed. Oh, lateral press. Only a 2 count, but damn, that was rough. Yo, Shadow Michael Cole making it make sense. Because, yeah, what the fuck are they Olay chanting for? That's like started laziness. I don't think Triple H is taking a bump ever again. Ooh, that shot to the back of the neck is rough. And now they're doing a wave? Man, what's this? Is this crowd just not into this match? Yeah. The way he's like just tried to command the crowd to stop. Or was he doing it with them? I don't know. They're doing a wave currently. That makes sense. See if Mark's getting themselves over, right? It's crazy because they've been into the show so much all night. They sung along to the songs. I think they're just having fun. Not ready, George. I got you. Buddy, I'll move you over. Oh, no. That's not where I needed to move you. Move you to the general voice chat. That's funny. So say you can do that. Can you hit that scoop slam yet? Yeah, out there. I don't get it. You knew. I thought you knew wrestling, Lingo. Because you were like, no heat. I get it, brother. Here. Just busting balls. We're all marks here. Truth. Okay. Off the ropes. We have power split. Oh, Dusty. Okay, I'm like, what's the crowd chanting here? I'm like, kick. Off the Cody cut. Can't tell if he's gonna go for another Cody cutter or he's thinking Crossroads now. Never mind. Crossroads it is. It's weird you say that, Wrestling Sensei, because I've been seeing how Cody's been hitting them a lot cleaner lately. Like, I used to not like it because how inorganic of a move it looked, but the way he's been, like, spiking people lately has been awesome. Oh, he's going for the sleeper again. Just the ropes. And then right into a sleeper again. Oh, this is a rough position. If he can get that leg over. Almost. Oh, no, he's trying several times. Oh, he's trapped the arm. Oh, that's rough for Cody. Cody's got his chin tucked, though. All right. He's good for him. Damn, that crab transition was sick, right? As for Oz, yeah, I don't know. Ospreay has been hitting it pretty clean, too. Wayne's World has been clean. Honestly, the springboard cutter has really been winning me over now that you bring it up. Because you can ask anybody in this community. Cody this time last year, I did not like the springboard cutter. Does not look clean to me. The thing to me is it's kind of defying gravity, right? Because, like, the way it goes is you're springing backwards. The way you hook somebody, they shouldn't fall as clean as they do. You know, I think a better way to do it would be to springboard and, like, turn around and try to catch them, almost like if you're trying to go for a drop kick but pass by them. But I do think that they find good ways to make it to be like the abrupt spike of it kind of adjusts that that hole in the logic. You gonna go for the jawbreaker? Yep. And indeed it did create space. Oh. I think Cena Thunder put it off for a little while. It's a great move when done right. Yeah. Agreed. Like this, exactly. The springboard stunner is another example of that, but then like Lio Rush really pulls it off well. I think a big part of that though is really the person taking it. So I do got to give that to them. Big hold drop kick. Oh, into the power bomb. Let's go. Jackknife stack. Still in it. Need a good dance partner to be there. That's what I was saying, because like you see people like they fling their legs back so they can land flat, but my thing is like that doesn't really make you coming at somebody at that angle is gonna make their body fly backwards like that, you know. So I think grabbing them and spiking them down is a better alternative. Top rope with Ospreay did the best. That's a shout. Let's see, thinking now, chop. Yup. Honestly, ever since he beat Tommaso Ciampa with a chop, he has sold it to me as a finish. A powerful enough chop late enough in the match will be a believable and even hype finish to me. Because I love it when a big move that isn't a finisher or even used regularly as a big move by somebody wins a match. The way he was just eating Gunther chops is crazy to me. But again, he's the person who kicked out of that cheeky mid-match burning hammer at 1. Or I'll believe anything he does as a finish. For real, no, like, if he were to do, like, a spinning back elbow, I'd believe it. No, yes. That could have been it and they'd be fine. That's exactly it. And speaking of, I've seen Gunther win matches with clotheslines before that like I never saw. Like I remember that when and it was the second match with Tyler Bate and NXT UK, NXT UK Takeover, and he finished him with a lariat. I was like, what? Like you don't even do that. What? Let's see the Gunther Judas effect. Bet you it's clean as fuck. Gunther with a name. Gunther hitting the rear view would be wild. Oh, he's going for the super Cody cutter. Oh, caught him. It's so clean. Oh, not good. No, not like this. Not like this. Uh, get the split leg moonsault. Let's see it. Wow. Gunther just got pinned. Ugh. I don't know, because you could just sneak it over him like that. Like, that's the thing. That's the first time Gunther's been pinned without being beaten. You know? When Dragunov did it, when Breaker did it, when Sammy did it, they all beat him. You know, Cody just snuck his shoulders down. No. Like that, I don't know. I feel like that kind of mistake is something that we've known Gunther to be able to look past. Rhea, don't you manifest this. Don't you manifest this. And Gunther's going to do the Gunther thing. I love how Gunther is such a respectable heel. It's so... Gunther wins, but Prince is going to Prince. Yeah, fair. That's what I'm thinking it comes down to, is this must just be like we wanted the biggest star to do this. This is nuts. When you put this in perspective, this time 3 years ago, excuse me, rough. Almost choked on my... I need lunch. But yes, him 3 years ago, would never have expected him in this position. Yeah. Big Byro. This is a smaller venue. Those belts must be that expensive. No, you're right though, because when I looked up the venue to put in the description, it was an arena, not a stadium. So I was like, I'm gonna question if you would ever leave it. Exactly. Like I never even thought of it. And then it was like he hit free agency. It was like, haha, that's cute. And then I was like, wait, no, he's actually leaving. What? I was so blown away. Possibly. Wrestling Sensei, I get that because of your time zone. Yeah, Grand Slam Australia. That's going to be an interesting time for us because that's going to be very early morning for us here in the States. And now Liv Morgan's out here and Cody Rhodes' music is still playing. That belt is so big on his waist. It's hilarious. Oh, look. Oh, the Crown Jewel champions celebrating. Okay, this is... Because he had... It's so big on his waist. I'm sorry. It's hilarious. Just realize how shot my predictions are for this show, right? I do too. It's just Cody's music playing. It throws me off. What's so weird is seeing Cody and a member of the Judgment Day out here being like, yes, we are co-champions. But yeah, that's... And here we are, y'all. That was WWE Crown Jewel. Cody the Jade Judgment Day confirmed. This is weird. Isn't it weird? Like, it's just so jarring. But yes, y'all, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in for the Crown Jewel watch-along. Do appreciate it. Make sure you got the thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Do subscribe if you're new here. These are the vibes we bring. Help us grow the channel. And, of course, we will be going live a little bit later this evening once more for Collision. It does not interfere, so we're going to be doing that as we usually do on Saturdays. Do people, the link is there in the chat if you want to quick jump over, hit the notify me. Helps out the channel as well. I will live commission tomorrow after 2 months of not watching it, so it's not watchable. That seems kind of better. Like, fair, I suppose. I don't know. Collision's low-key like my favorite AEW weekly program, the wrestling, just like, yeah, it brings me back. I don't need to get into a whole spiel. I've talked about it a lot on the channel already. But yes, thank you so much to everybody who hung out. I do appreciate it. Make sure the bell's always on for notifications. But until next time, do check out the post we got in the community tab. Do check out the trailer video if you're looking to learn more about WatchMania and what we got to offer. Take care and happy wrestling.